Hi, my name is Abby Sills, and today I'm going to be performing my Labette Community College How-To Speech for my online speech course. For my topic, I have chosen to teach my fellow classmates how to create a personalized vinyl license plate. I chose this topic because it is something that's very enjoyable for me to do, and I think it's a topic that not many people know a lot about. Creating a license plate can be a very tedious task, and not very many people get to see the process that goes into it. So today I'm going to show you step by step how to create a personalized vinyl license plate. The first step in creating a license plate is to first start with a blank license plate. After you have your license plate, you then need to pick the image, pattern, or picture that you want to appear on your final product. As an example, I have a picture of the word Titans. However, we can do just about any word, image, or picture that you would like. We copy pictures over from Google and other online websites onto our computer software. After it is loaded onto our computer software, we then center it and make sure that the image is ready to print. After the image is loaded onto the software, centered, and ready to print, we load the vinyl machine with any color of vinyl that we would like. For this example, I loaded the vinyl printer with a red vinyl. But like I said, we can use any color that you would like to see. After the image is ready to print, we select and print the image over to our vinyl printer. The vinyl printer prints the image onto a piece of vinyl similarly to the way a computer would print an image out on a piece of paper. When it comes out of the vinyl printer, it comes out in a long, thin sheet of vinyl. It looks a little something like this. The size and shape of the vinyl will all depend on what image is printed onto it, but for the word Titans, this is what we came up with. After the vinyl is cut, we then begin a process called weeding. Weeding is just the fancy word for removing the excess vinyl from around your image. In order to do the weeding process, we use a box cutter or an X-Acto knife to remove the excess vinyl. This is the most tedious part of creating the license plate. Depending on your image, this is also the most lengthy process and the most difficult. So, in order to weed, we just take out small pieces of the vinyl and peel them up like so. To reveal the image. And you would repeat this task until all of the extra vinyl is weeded out. After we are finished weeding, we then end up with the final image, which will look a little something like this. As I said before, I did the word Titans, and this is the final copy that we end up with. After you have your image weeded out, we then take wax paper in a roll that looks like this. We then peel out a long enough strip to cover the entire image. We then take the wax paper and stick it onto the word or image, and take a tool we call the squeegee and press out any air bubbles and get the image or letters to stick onto the wax paper. After all the air bubbles are pressed out, it'll look a little something like this. We then carefully peel up the image, making sure not to tear any of the letters or the images that are peeling up. And when you're finished, it'll look a little something like this. And the letters have stuck to the wax paper. We then take the wax paper with the image imprinted on it and lay it flat onto the blank license plate that has already been previously covered with vinyl. You want to make sure to center the word or the image before pressing it down. And we then again take the squeegee, as we had before, and press out the image onto the plain license plate. During this step, you want to be sure to press out all the air bubbles and make sure that the image is laying flat. And finally, we carefully peel up the wax paper being sure once again to be careful not to rip up too quickly and ruin the image. And this will reveal your finished license plate. At this point, you may want to take the squeegee once again and press out the letters just to be sure that there are no air bubbles within the letters and there's none of the letters lifting. And that's it. As I said before, we are able to create a number of different images and pictures. This is one of the more simpler forms. However, we can create some very different looking license plates. Thank you all for listening to my speech, and I hope you learned a little bit more about creating personalized license plates today. Thank you for your time.